This is the Pixel 4a, and this is probably the most perfect, safe bet of a smartphone that Google has ever made. The fact is, yeah, I love a flashy phone. I love a phone that has some crazy features, but just something super understated and simple. There's something really elegant about that. Now, is this a phone for your fully decked out Xbox PS5 slinging nephew who lives in the basement? Probably not. But is it a phone for your grandma? Absolutely. I mean, everything down to the design. I think the design is actually a perfect metaphor for this device. It's soft and familiar. But besides that little overarching description, let's talk about the basics that this phone does really well. First things first, most importantly, performance. And that $349 price tag is not indicative of a lesser performing device. This thing is fast. And I mean, battery life is pretty average. It gets me through the day of what I'd consider moderate usage, emails, texting, YouTube, Spotify, the basics. And software at boot is also great. It's the regular Pixel launcher, probably the best Android experience out there, in my opinion. And moving to design, you know, between the soft touch back and the actually really well-placed fingerprint sensor that's incredibly fast, it just feels like a great device. Ergonomically, it feels really great. I think one of the things coming into this phone for the first time, unboxing it, I was expecting a cheaper feeling device, but that is far from what you actually get here. It feels premium. Again, not reflective of a lower price tag. Now, I think one thing that does kind of stand out about the Pixel 4a, one of the few things that stands out about the Pixel 4a, is the screen. And I think first thing at note, there's a general lack of bezel going on with this phone. Instead of having those chunky upper and lower bezels, we have a screen puncture. It's a screen puncture. It's a cutout, but a screen puncture. They punctured my screen. Listen, I know this is wildly unpopular, but I don't ever, with like the exception of like maybe once every like 5 months, use my front-facing camera. I know I'm not that much of a selfie taker, but like I would be completely fine if they just took away the front-facing camera altogether. Like, again, I know I'm gonna get pilloried on Twitter, but I'm just speaking my truth, man. Now back to things that actually matter. This is a 60 hertz display, not 90 or 120, which is like, I get it, it's a cheaper phone. But if you were to give me the option of less bezel or higher refresh rate, I'd just take less bezel. It looks really nice. I mean, it's a first for Google. I'm a fan. Now, another thing that I really like about this phone is just the overall size. I guess you could consider it a compact phone in this day and age, which is kind of a crazy thing. But, you know, especially coming from bigger phones in recent history, like the iPhone 11 Pro Max or the OnePlus 8 Pro, you know, I started using smaller phones again, gravitating towards just the regular smaller iPhone 11 Pro, which is roughly the same size as this 4A. But something in this form factor is just so much more manageable on a daily level, especially paired with the soft touch back and the rounded corners. Ergonomically, it just feels great.
The Ghouls, the Goblins, one of them is fucking Mitch McConnell. I don't have a fucking D-brand skin. Snooki was the other one. This video is sponsored by D-brand. You got it, brother, you got it!
But again, thank you to D-brand for being a channel sponsor, and also, especially with a phone like this that only is sold in one configuration and one color option, it's a good way to add a little spice to your life. Fire in your loins. But I think finally, and probably most importantly, this phone makes me incredibly excited about the future of Pixel as a whole. And I mean, that's not just because of the lack of bezels, hoping that'll follow through to the future, but also something that I never thought I'd say about the Pixel line: mic quality and video quality. It's really good on this phone. Now, I'd say this phone boasts possibly some of the most impressive mics on a smartphone that I think I've maybe ever heard. And that's something that I don't think I'd ever imagine myself saying about any phone, let alone the Pixel line. Okay, so this is a front-facing video test on the front-facing camera, as well as audio and stabilization, or probably lack thereof. And now let's go to the back. Okay, and this is the back camera. I assume much better stabilization, same audio, but hopefully this looks pretty good. I can't really see this right now, but, you know, in time. Just audio alone, tonally, so much more impressive. But I think that this is a huge step for Pixel in its entirety. While Pixel has always had really great photo quality, video and specifically mic quality has always been kind of a setback. So to that, here's to the future. Anyways, that's my review of the Pixel 4a, a really solid phone that may not be super flashy, but that's perfectly fine. Anyways, thank you as always for watching this video. Make sure to follow all of my social handles. My wallpapers for this video will be down in the description, as well as my public Discord, which is a really great time. Anyways, thank you again for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. But thank you to Dbrand for continuing to be a channel sponsor, and
I think that's the take.
Yep.
Can't wait to put this phone in my mouth.
Like, I want to put this phone inside me. Ah! Can I get a
Says you say
Oh wow, this is a great way to start the video.
It's the only way to start the video anymore.